I find it kind of strange that when you get somebody like this, of a new character comes into the anime and just say some awkward things. Just say some awkward things. But however, there's a problem with that too. Basically, in this episode of Domestic Girlfriend, episode 5. And the reason I'll say is because I'm going to try not to spoil too much, but I don't know if some of you guys have already seen it, but I'll try my very best. Try my very best. The one thing is that when we got introduced to this new character, which her name is Momo, so her name is Momo. Now, I'm not talking about Momo from Two Love Hero. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this girl. His name is Momo. So basically, it seems to me that some of the people were just like questioning, like asking why, what's going on, what's Momo actually doing, and stuff like that. Because a lot of people say, oh, you don't want to be friends with her because she's weird, because that's what she likes to do, or something like that, or she just basically just playing around, playing around like a cat, like to play with the play with the ball or something like that. Whatever you want to, what you want to say with that is for that, because I mean, it seems like that's what it basically feels to me. It feels to me that like she's just like just acting like a cat, but that's basically what I definitely do think. And one thing I'm saying that is because the one thing I am saying it is because that's just how I see Bobo as basically as different as a character. And some other people will say like, oh yeah, we went out with her because of what she was doing and stuff like that and stuff like that. But that wasn't not really much of the case because basically with uh, basically with Natsu of himself. The thing about Natsu is that I'm surprised that he rejected her, and I think the reason why he rejected her is with that because he saw markings on her arms, right around her forearms. With that, I'm not going to say any of that kind of stuff. What happened to her is with that, but that's just basically what it seems to me because I'm not gonna mention any of that because about the markers are because YouTube reasons will not like me saying that, and I would most likely get myself in trouble. So I think I just want to say it. But even though when he saw those markers on her arm, he was beginning to think that something really bad must have happened and stuff. And I'm really quite wondering what happened to Momo's parents because we really do not even know like what may have happened and stuff. One thing I kind of find this very odd. Basically, this anime just throwing another character into the anime just to show that Momo can't be a very important person in this anime. But even though she's really is not, she's really is not, and that's just basically what it seems to me. One thing is that when I begin to catch up is that if you see like Bobo and also Nacho basically in the room together, and stuff, you see pictures of her families. You see pictures of her family, and something tells me I definitely do think that her parents probably died. I don't know. They probably did. I'm not really so sure. And that's just basically the season. But even though, like I said, I was very shocked and surprised because what Natsu did basically rejected her because that she has these markings on her arms, and that's a red flag. And that's why the friends, his Natsu's friends, were basically say like this girl is a red flag. You don't want to go over because she does some really crazy stuff or something like that. It's with that. But that's really not the case because basically how she is. It's just basically to me is that she's going through a emotional time through her life and she really actually is. She wants to have friends. She really does. And she wants to have a chance to have a boyfriend and she really does. But it's just really still shocking because that Natsu says, Natsu says, I can't go out with you. We can't be boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't think we would just fit in just based on that. That takes a lot of guts just to tell that to a girl and just basically just to tell that like basically how you feel and stuff like that. And it's just like bam, jump in the gun. So you're like, yeah, let's go ahead and be boyfriend and girlfriend. Then like months later, then you end up getting married, and then that's what makes it seem sweet. And that's the reason why I think the reason why she did all that, and based on her forearm, on her hand. And it's just basically that she's going through a emotional time. That's basically what she's going through. Like I said, for her, I'm pretty sure her parents probably passed away, and she has not been eating really any good meals or anything like that. But even though I was one thing is that what I like about what Nazo did, he made some food for her, and that's a very good sign. That's a very good sign because I'm like, it seems to me that it seems to me that Momo is just like it's just basically like she's desperate for someone to be with her, and stuff like that. Even though she wants friends, but even though she really wants to be friends with Ruru, and the thing about Ruru is that she went to play along, so basically being friends because I don't blame Momo really much at all. I mean, she doesn't want to be alone. She doesn't want to be left behind or anything like that. I think that's what she's probably afraid of and stuff like that. And she's probably also afraid of because some people may have heard what happened to her family, but we really do not even know if they were past it, if they passed away or not. I really do not know. So yeah. But anyways, I thought this was a very good episode. I thought it really was. I don't see there's nothing really major basically what's going on, but there is one other thing I definitely do need to talk about is Hina. Hina as a character basically in this anime. I do like her, but a part of me says I don't like her because the reason why I don't like her is because that she just likes to play an act on different people. And that's just basically what it feels to me is stuff like that. And she lacks responsibility, and she really does because every time when her sister comes home, Ruru, she always have to get her sister and get her dressed and stuff like that. And get her ready for bed and stuff like that because she just basically just sits on the couch, watch TV all day, or just eat junk food and just drink beer also as well too, and just like bam, she's laying on the couch, she's drunk, and then basically what it seems to me. If I were to have a daughter like that, I would not allow that in my house. I would not allow that because the reason I'm saying that because I used to be a drunk myself. I used to, and I'm sober. I can't drink anymore because I get acid reflux and I can't have it, especially on the medication I'm taking and stuff like that. It will make things messed up and stuff like that, and I can't afford to do something like that. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt just like having like one or two beers, but even though just my family, I made a promise to my family that I'm not gonna do that anymore, and I'm not gonna go that route and stuff like that because that's why I just said like I need to do what my family said, and that's the reason why I sober because and that's basically what it is. But because even though with Hina, with her, like I said about her, she's lacking responsibility. She has to take responsibility for herself instead of just like laying on the couch. She's drunk and she's drinking beer, all this kind of stuff. And it's just that is just that's not a very good example to set for your family. Even though that's just my opinion, that's just basically what I definitely think. That's just basically what I believe. But even though I know some people will probably disagree with me on that, even though that's fine, I still think Hina, is best girl in the series. Yes, but however, I changed my mind because I like Momo better because Momo to me. I think she's really is a great person, and she really actually is, and she just wants some friends. That's what she really wants to, and she really wants someone to go out with her. It took a lot of guts for her to not to say like, can we please go out? Can we be boyfriend or girlfriend? But even though Natsu rejected her, it wasn't a bad rejection. But even though it was just basically, it really tells me that he's not focusing on himself, but he really wants to respect her because that won't be right because just basically going out with a girl and basically like her or Momo say like, oh yeah, friends are saying like, yeah, she's a red flag and so that it made me seem like that, but it's just really it's not. And I'm glad Natsuo did not panic about about that kind of situation, but until what he saw right there, and that made a lot of good sense to me. And I think I commend Natsuo 100%. Basically what he did right there. If I was in that position, I just think I can't go out with somebody with a person like that. I can't. I don't know how to handle myself if I were to really to go out with that person and just have that kind of issue and have that kind of problem. I can't really can't do that. And the reason why it is because of that, because basically because that my family would be pretty upset if I were to go out with somebody that who does that to themselves and stuff. So like I said, I can't say really all that much because of YouTube reasons and stuff. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm kind of curious what you guys think. I think this is a really good anime, but it's just that from what I see in Momo, it's just basically Hina also as well too that Hina needs to take some responsibility for herself. But yeah. So yeah, anyways, this is Andre. I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please like and give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification bell also too, so let me know you guys watching my videos. And please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love you. Remember, just love you. Love you guys. Take care.